Don't let your employer make you feel obligated to that J.O.B. Cheers to success. We're going to teach you how you can literally leave that 9 to 5 and not have to feel guilty about it. There's many people all around the world that are feeling so guilty. They have a relationship with that employer, with that boss. They're a chef there. They're an employee at that construction job. They're in this nursing school or office or whatever it is, and they feel so obligated. How could I leave? They need me. I'll wait till they get another person to, kind of take over my position. That's our subject today. This is Online Biz Real Talk, and we have some incredible business partners from all over the world. And I really, really like to touch on this subject because I think it's important, and it is a real thing. This is Online Biz Real Talk, and I have a lot of business partners that could quit their job because they're making good money in this business and they feel obligated to that employer. And I'm like, if you put more time into this business, you'll be a millionaire in no time. And it's not a joke. So thank you, guys. Why don't we go to Lian first? Lian is going to tell us a little bit about this subject and introduce herself. So that's what we're going to go over today. So thank you, Lian. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you, Georgia, for letting me into your talk. I'm Lian, of course, that you said. I'm a Singaporean living in Toronto here since for 13 years already. I'm a stay-at-home mother, and of course now also a digital entrepreneur. On this one, don't let your employer make you feel obligated, to stay in this job. Well, I used to work for many years before I became a stay-at-home mother, so I can fully understand how it felt like. It's not that I've never worked before. And usually it's because of the relationship with actually our bosses or with our colleagues. We stick on to the job and don't leave because you feel bad leaving behind people who need you. I remember when I was working in one of the other jobs, my boss was making my life miserable. It's actually not just mine, it's my whole bunch of teammates. All of us were miserable, but we stayed on because of this camaraderie we have among us, that we kept each other down there. But each of us was getting miserable throughout the day. It was getting really bad. And then this particular part about, I must not leave behind my teammates. I must not leave behind my teammates. It went on to such a point until it was destroying our energy. We were getting very negative. So it was only later that we finally said, no, we have to live for ourselves. That we cannot let, because of this employer, this teammates that we have, that we are destroying ourselves individually. So I find we have to look out for something. And that's why, frankly speaking, when after becoming a stay-at-home mother, I didn't go out again. And instead, I look for something else. It's because I don't want to get back into that. I hate this job. And I don't dare to leave because everybody is so supportive. You feel guilty leaving. And then it took me a while to really take out the plunge and say, no, I'm going to leave. So please, don't let this become you, because you will become negative like I used to be. I become really negative until I left. Yep.
Love that. Thank you. Beautiful. And it's so true. There's a lot of people out there that, they're like, oh, I love you, and, you're my best worker and this and that, but where's the comps? Where's the bonuses? Where's this? Where's that? Like, if I'm like that with my business partner and I'm like, thank you so much. Here's a buyer. Here's a 1.5K sale. Thank you. That's how we help our people. And it's not a joke. We help our people to make sure they boom to the top. And there's crazy bonuses. That employer ain't going to do that because they can't afford it sometimes. It's going to be totally honest. It's not like, oh, bad employer. Oh, the truth of the matter is that boss of yours is probably in the same predicament as you and can't pay those bills, because they're not really doing good. That's why I'm not a brick and mortar business owner. Okay, if I was a brick and mortar business owner right now, maybe I might have employees. And if my brick and mortar business wasn't doing so well, what do? Cut the people from working. Everybody gets mad and they're like, oh, the economy sucks or this stuff. Well, here's the reality, guys. When people open up a business, sometimes it doesn't boom the way they want it to, or sometimes it fails a couple of years after or 7 years after, and it's not their fault. Okay, we can't get mad at them. But this is why we have a solution. So you don't get left behind. So you're not in a position where you're not secure, and you're in a position where, hey, you had something to fall back on, like during COVID. I was like, wow, I am so grateful I built my empire for the last year and a half, because COVID hit and everybody lost their jobs. And look at me, I'm making thousands. Thank you, Jesus. And that's when our business boomed to the top too, because everybody was in the online world in looking to do something because they were bored at home. And now look at us growing at an exponential rate. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Lian. God bless you. So Paulo, why don't you go ahead and take over?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Paulo Paralejas. I was born in the Philippines, grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, live here in Vancouver, British Columbia. As many of you know, I'm a nurse. I've been nursing for over 20 years now. And like Lian said, like it's tough to leave a group of colleagues that you really work with. And working in clinical trials research, I work with like the top-notch nurses. Like these are nurses that have the highest OCD, the highest working standards, are very autonomous, and to leave them behind is really tough. And I'm doing it pretty soon, like in 4 weeks, I'm gonna be leaving that job and pursuing my business and other business ventures I want to be doing. And it's hard because I mean, these nurses work really hard, but at the same time, like what Georgia mentioned, when you're working for somebody else, their hands are tied with being able to reward you financially in a way. Because I remember even there's nurses or my other colleagues in different areas in my department have been working for the same company for 30, 40, 50 years, and they get a pin or they get a flower, like a bouquet of flowers or something else, but nothing financially. And there's doctors that I work with that say like, I wish I can give you more money, but they can't because they're all tied in the fact because of the union. You can't give out incentive bonuses to any of your employees because of those little red tape. So it's tough because like we work really hard. I know I work really hard in my job. It's to the point where I burnt out twice in my career, and I've learned to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm going to just put in what I need to put in and refocus my energy on my business and other businesses, and also change my mindset. I've done a really big mindset shift over the past 6 years so that I can start being more focused on me and focus on what I want to accomplish, focus on what I want to do with the stuff I want to do to help other people, and and transfer my skill sets from nursing into my businesses so that I can help a lot more people in a more positive way. And so that's how I've stopped my employer from making me feel like I'm stuck at this job, because they dangle the paycheck in front of you every 2 weeks or every month, and that's how they keep you on there. And it's it's hard to put that away. And right now, like there's times when I doubt like me putting my resignation, but I'm actually putting a pros and cons little table of like, should I stay with my nursing job or should I pursue my businesses and passion? And the box with all the pros of doing it has more points and more things I put down there to say that this is the right direction I'm going into. So yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Georgia. I can keep going on and on and on, but I'll take up all the time. So
I love it. And I see so much potential in you, Paulo. Even already you're skyrocketing in the business, but I see so much more potential. I always say I envision us, relaxing and chilling and like in this multi-million-dollar house, all celebrating outside with, palm trees and pools and everything. I always envision that for some reason, me and Paulo and a few of my business partners. And I know that vision's coming true. And it's crazy what Paulo's doing. You don't even know behind the scenes how much Paulo does for our community, for our team, and how amazing he is at digital creating. And he's doing absolutely amazing with his travel blog and everything. So I want to give you a big applause, and I want to thank you for everything you do for our community, our team, and go for it. Paulo, go for it. All that time that you put into the nursing, if you put that in your business, you know how much you'll make. You already know it. You know what you're making right now, and because I know what little time you put into this, you're doing absolutely incredible. So imagine what your well-organized, super smart brain will do in that extra time. So you go. Thank you. All right, Rita. So introduce yourself for us and tell us about the subject. I'm sure you have a lot to talk about with you being in the banking industry.
Ooh, I don't know. Most of my business partners have said a lot. Okay. Well, I will only hide few points. Okay. My name is Rita. I'm a Nigerian. I've been in this business few months. Okay. Back to the topic. I just think the word J.O.B is like a slavery something. Okay. It's like we are slaving ourselves okay, to earn a penny. A penny, you understand? So ever since I started this business, I used to think that, oh, when I have a job, my life is good. Oh, I will have a better life and everything. But you know what? When I became a mom, I changed my mindset. After becoming a mom, and when I found this business, I said, this is the best way for me to combine my 9 to 5 job to this business so that I can live the life that I want. So I decided to think, okay, now having a job, people can change, okay? The company can go off in a seconds. The company, the employer can change their employee in a second. Your job can change. You can change. Everything can change. Why don't you think about having a passive income? Okay, I decided to have that thought. I needed to have that thought and then you know what? When I found this online business has changed a lot in me, has made me think in a way that I never thought I would have that mindset at all. So this job that I'm having right now is like I'm having it as something to not be idle. You understand? To not be staying at home for doing nothing. You understand? Even staying at home as a mom is a beautiful thing, okay? But in a way that, okay, when I leave home and then I say, oh, I have something doing, and in the meantime I can combine it with this online business, just like with the topic we had yesterday. It was the best. Okay, I can combine it with my 9 to 5 job because I realized that the 9 to 5 job will never make me to live the dreamed life that I ever wanted. And through this, and through what I've been seeing, through this business, I say, yes, I'm going for it. I've determined this, that this is the dream life I ever wanted, and I'm going to get it. So I'm not obligated to what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not obligated to what the job that I have right now, but I'm obligated to be successful in this online business because I can see so many people with great testimony. Look at what you just said, Coach Georgia, about Coach Paulo and Miss Lian as well. So it's what is giving me that positivity, okay, in me that this is the right path, this is the right way, this is the best online business ever. And we are going to make it, and I'm going to make it. Okay. So thank you, Coach Georgia, for giving me this great opportunity to express my little understanding in the topic. Back to you.
Thank you, beautiful. God bless you. And I absolutely love that. You're so right. And yeah, everything that you said, it's hand in hand. Why not? Why not while you're working that 9 to 5 and you're kind of, a little obligated to that employer until you can make enough to get away from that employer. Don't get me wrong. I want to thank Paulo for being a nurse. I want to thank this woman for being a banker. I want to thank everybody for what they do because without them, the world wouldn't go around. But at the same time, like I said, it's not secured and they can't give you that extra, that bonus is, right? So let's go ahead and go to my new business partner, Patricia. Hola, Patricia. Thank you so much for coming. Why don't you introduce yourself for us and tell us a little bit about the subject? The subject is, don't let that employer make you feel obligated to that J.O.B. So introduce
Hey
yourself.
everyone, my name is Patricia. I'm from Toronto, Canada. And yeah, I've been self-employed since 2018. I haven't worked for a company like a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday since then. And so I came across this opportunity just the day before yesterday, wasn't it? Was it just the day before yesterday? Yeah, on October the 30th. And of course, right away, I was interested, and I see a lot of opportunity in this. Now, I haven't, like I said, I haven't, worked for anyone since 2018. I've been self-employed, and there's just no other way about it for me. Being your own boss and working from home, online business, it's just work smarter, not harder. That's the motto for me. And I would really like to, get this ball rolling start getting some members and signing up some business partners. And just working hard and putting in the time and doing all the social media posts, you know. So I look forward to that, and it's very nice to meet all of you.
Well, thank you, beautiful. And we're super excited to have you on board.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you for your trust. And I, like I said before, I didn't have a 9 to 5 either. I had a J.O.B, offline business, I should say. I didn't have a J.O.B. But even though I had an offline business, I felt obligated to my offline business. I felt that, you know, I can't do anything else. Like if I do anything else, it's going to take time away from it. And we talked about that. Like I said yesterday, Rita was saying offline versus online business or vice versa. The thing is I have watched so many of my friends, so many of my business partners feel obligated to that J.O.B. And me, on the other hand, like I said, I didn't have that. I had a brick and mortar business, and it was very difficult to maneuver and go around and travel and have independence. Even though it's your business, I didn't have that independence. I didn't have that flexibility. I didn't have that mobility. And I'm grateful that I have that now. And I was offered a few jobs actually in Kamloops, BC, and I was thinking to myself, if I take this job, I'm going to be in the same predicament I was in Kamloops. I'm going to be in the same predicament I was in Toronto, because in Toronto I was literally going from trade show to bridal show. I was going all over and had a nanny take care of my kids, spending $90 a day on her, and well, for her, taking care of my babies, and just easy food, takeout, even if it was fancy, whatever. And it was just, to me, it was like I wasn't there for my children. And I thought to myself, if I take this J.O.B, I'm not going to be there for my kids. They're not going to eat healthy. They're going to get sick. They're going to get rashes. Because it was the truth. Like, I felt like I wasn't there for them. And these kids were always had a cold, and they were taken care of by somebody else, and they're getting rashes, and the house is not as clean as I want it to be, and the nannies aren't doing exactly what I want them to do. And I was like, my life is in a shambles. My life is in a shambles. And I packed up and I left and I moved to BC. I left and I started a new life, and everybody thought I was crazy. They're like, you're crazy. What happened? Did you go nuts? I said, no, I can't take it here in Toronto anymore. I need to get away. I'm getting anxiety. I'm getting health problems. I need to leave. I want to go to BC, where mom and dad was when I was small. It was relaxing. It was beautiful. Okay. And I went, and something changed in me. I spent all my money. I went broke. Something changed in me, and I could not go back to that same lifestyle. And I became more spiritual, more closer to God, and boom, this business fell in my lap, and it changed my life. And that's the best decision I ever made, was to leave Toronto, to be honest with you, and went towards this beautiful life. Because look at me now, vacationing all around the world, planning my cruise to France and all over Barcelona, France, the seas of Barcelona, because here in Barcelona, France, Italy, for my 3 kids' birthdays. It's actually Mikey, Gio, and Sky's twins' birthday. And then we're just saying, again, we're planning a trip to go to Disneyland in Paris for Christmas. Because they was like, when are we going to go to Paris? I'm like, Christmas. They're like, really? I say, yeah, why not? It's like $50 for a plane ride. Let's go. Let's go. And then another cruise, I'm going to be planning my business partners to go to Greece, in January. So there's a lot of amazing things. And do you think I thought I was going to live this life? It was a dream to me. It was a dream to travel the world. It was a dream to have this much wealth, to have this much freedom, to have this much time with my babies, to have these wonderful people as my best friends. Okay, if you step out of that comfort zone, just like I did, I made a big move, and I was like, I'm sick of this lifestyle. I'm making a big move, and God will plan it all out. God will fix everything. Just trust, have faith, and go towards everything with full force, and don't be afraid. Okay, because when you're afraid, something big is about to happen. I promise you. I promise you. Okay, no, and a lot of people say that to me. No woman would do what you did. Look at you all the way in Barcelona with 5 kids and this and that. And I'm like, why not? Why not? Why not take a chance and be happy? Because you'll forever feel a regret staying that 9 to 5 all your life, or in that same position that's making you unhappy. So let's help you get out of that 9 to 5. Let's help you literally make that a dream, whatever it is that in your heart, and replace that income. We're not guaranteeing it. It depends on your works. Okay, you come, make sure you watch your training, make sure you set up an ad, make sure you're posting, make sure you're doing all the things you need to do. Just like this beautiful woman, Patricia, said, I'm ready to go. She's ready, and she got buyers lined up. I'm like, you go, girl. So we're going to help you do the same. And you don't have to reach out to people. You can literally post and people will come to you ready to buy in. So I want Paulo to go over a little bit of our beautiful group we made on Facebook to help people learn about what we're doing. So what would they have to do, Paulo? Tell us a little bit about how they can get into our group.
Yeah, definitely. So if any of you want to join our Earn Online Academy, it's on Facebook. So you need a Facebook account in order to get added in. It's free to join in. We created it several months ago, and we've created a bunch of videos that we get as frequently asked questions as mentors and coaches. So it talks about sort of like the breakdown of like the business model and the program and what it's about, and adds more additional information for people to do their due diligence. So join it's free to join in. Just reach out to any of us. We'll add you in, and you'll be able to find all that information there. And we've been getting really good feedback from a lot of people who are looking to the business, saying it's very informative. And so yeah, just reach out and we'll get you in.
Thank you, Paulo. So if anybody has any questions, just message us privately. If you see this on any of our business partners pages, it means that they're able to help you get started in this business, or they can explain more about what the business is. So, or you can click on the links that you see and you can watch our video, okay? So thank you all for coming. God bless you. We'll see you on the other side. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome.